Hi, campaigners. Welcome to Campaign Mode.
A gaming podcast meant for marketers to better understand the industry.
We are your hosts. I'm Sammy Barnett, head of gaming at TMA.
Morgan Bridges, account supervisor at TMA.
If you have any questions, want to reach out to collab, all of our information is down below. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts.
We hope you enjoy. Trick or treat! Hey everyone. Hey campaigners. Happy Halloween.
We've got a special episode of tricks and treats for you. Blink twice if you need help.
Sammy's really excited to be here. I did force her into wearing a costume for this podcast. We had some wilder options and she refused, so we went with the PB&J.
The devil couldn't reach me, so he gave me a friend that likes to wear costumes all the time.
You know what? I like to get festive around here. I like a theme, and Halloween is my favorite holiday, so.
No, honestly, it's great. This is so comfortable.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about anything happening underneath.
Also, we can stick to each other, so that is really fun.
We'll do that for you guys at the end.
Maybe. I don't know how getting up in this is going to work out.
Sure.
All right, let's get into it. What do we have for him today?
Okay, so we're just gonna have a bit of fun on this episode, today's episode, and we're gonna break down the complex web. Ooh, what might be spooky to you marketers out there, which is gaming first platforms. So there's a group of platforms and places on the internet that started as places for gamers. Now they definitely have expanded into more gen pop, but even so, they're less widely known and sometimes can be a little scary to marketers to get into. So spooky.
I think, yeah, there's platforms dedicated for, I just hit my mic. Platforms dedicated for gamers specifically, like she's saying. And I think a lot of the times when you hear, oh, I'm in gaming, or I'm going to do something in gaming, you're lumping a ton of different audiences and platforms into one term. So we want to serve today to talk about the three...
Unwind the web.
The spider, you're so good.
I said I love a theme.
Help. We want to talk today about those like top 3 platforms that are, originally built for gamers.
Yeah.
For the universe.
And you also may think of them as doing the same thing or serving the same role for the community, and that is absolutely not the case. So again, we're just going to break those down.
Yeah. And I think too, just to say, a lot of people think gaming is not a social hobby, right?
Wrong.
Very wrong. It is. And so let's dive into where they're gaming, what they're doing while they're gaming, how they're gaming, all of it.
Where,
within,
when, how,
who, what, when,
who, with, where, why.
Who.
All right. So the 3 biggest platforms we're going to talk about today, and I'll talk about at the end. There's so many more than just this, but we're using these 3 as an example because they all serve very distinct roles.
Well, I think too, like, it's the toggle of like built specifically for gamers, because there's a ton of platforms now that gamers go on to. Yeah. But I think it's really important to highlight that these were built specifically for gamers and are still widely used and widely popular and present, a lot of opportunities to, again, reach the gaming audience or reach their audiences.
Totes.
Continue. Sorry.
Okay. So the 3 we're going to talk about are Twitch, which we feel like we talk about a lot. If you listen to our Clicks episode, we did talk about Twitch a lot, but that is one where I still think there's a ton of education to be done about what Twitch is, what people are doing on Twitch, what it is about. That is really a content creation and viewership platform. So people are going there to watch people play games, talk to people, live their life, cook, bake, do art, make music.
It's a content and community
Yep.
platform. You're going there
To watch.
to watch, to engage, and to be a part of a
Be entertained.
live streaming community.
And then we have Discord, which again, you may have heard the name, but really not truly understand what it is. This is a community and communication platform. So this is where communities, let's say that again, where communities of a certain fans of an influencer or fans of a game are coming and being a part of these servers where they can get exclusive access to things, where they can talk to each other. It's also
We'll dive into it, yeah.
Yeah,
But
we'll talk.
Think of it as like a chat platform
Yeah.
with so many more capabilities for gamers.
We'll get into it. And then
go ahead.
Sorry, Steam. This is where it's a distribution and commerce platform. So this is where people go to buy games.
Yeah, I think it's, to put it into layman's terms, if you will. Sorry, my Velcro keeps getting stuck to this chair.
So sorry, we're having a wardrobe malfunction.
My wardrobe is malfunctioning. But yes, as for layman's terms, it's like a Spotify for video games. So it's you have your library of games, and not every game is on Steam, but it's a library of what you want to play all in one place.
Yep. And you could say Discord is like a Slack or a Reddit. Mm-hmm. And you could say Twitch is like a Netflix of sorts.
Well, it's live content though, so it's
not really a place like it, but
no, it's unmatched, honestly.
Unmatched. All right.
Let's get into it.
That's enough of the summaries. Let's deep dive. And honestly, we should have an entire episode on Twitch, so I'm going to try to not talk too much, but it is a great platform. Mm-hmm. All right, so Twitch was built as a live streaming platform. In its original intent was for people to play video games to an audience. And if you're like, that makes no sense, it's okay. That's why we're here to tell you that people spend, instead of watching TV, they're watching other people play video games. And that's a thing. That's real.
And honestly, like, it's so much more than video games.
It has expanded all the way.
I think we talk about the convergence of all these different industries coming together and transmedia and all of that. It is a tried and true vision or example of that happening. So you have like DJs on Twitch playing music. You have people, like you said earlier, doing cooking videos. You have people playing video games. You have, literally all over the
watch
gambit.
Parties. People will be watching a TV show or a sports show, a game, and we'll be commentating along to it. So if you've never gone on Twitch, I highly recommend you just go and start looking around, because it will start to make sense to you a little bit.
Well, there's something for everyone.
Yeah.
And then these people that are live or users that are live have sometimes massive audiences watching them at one time, sometimes smaller. Like, the beauty of it is that anybody can stream, anybody can go live, and you can build a community through there.
Yeah, you don't have to be a network or an ABC or a Hulu. You can be anyone and go on there and make a name for yourself. So I think this audience is younger typically. That's not to say that, that millennial audience isn't there, because it absolutely is. But it is something that has not totally taken over our Gen X. Our grandparents aren't typically on there. But what's crazy, I think the craziest part for people sometimes to understand is how creators make money on Twitch, which is people pay them. They subscribe to their channel. That's what we say when we say dropping subs. And that is how these creators make money every month. So
I think, it's that there are some creators that are affiliates and partners of Twitch that do get paid. So let's, they also get paid through brand partnerships, right? But I think the beauty of Twitch is that they have the viewers that we're talking about are, yes, younger. They're highly engaged, and they are highly supportive of the people that they watch. And so dropping a sub is an action where, you subscribe a Twitch streamer, I think it's what, $5.99?
It's $5.99.
$4.99 a month.
Yeah, $4.99 a month.
And they get a portion of that.
Yeah.
So a lot of, the streamers make up an income is from their fans, which is so cool. So as a brand, dropping a subscription is, going to the streamer of choice, but also it's benefiting the viewer that's highly engaged, that's wanting to see this content.
Yeah. And just if you've heard of Kai Cenat, which you might have because he's a pretty big name, just to put in perspective, like when he's streaming and he says he has 700,000 subscribers, that means 700,000 people have paid $4.99. So you can do the math because I can't do that math, but it's lots of money. Like that's how much he's making. And it's really hard to wrap your head around until you start to get into the space. But I could go on and on about Twitch.
Yeah.
But it truly is.
Well, I think let's talk about the opportunities for brands.
Yes.
So the sponsorships, the product placement, the, dropping the subs, working with these influencers, branded streams, a fully owned branded stream, a branded event, a competition, collaboration with influencers, collaboration with multiple. There are so many ways to get involved.
Homepage headliner. So there's traditional media.
Ad formats. Yeah.
Ad formats. Like this really truly has so many legs for marketers.
It's a media and sponsorship convergence dream.
Perfect.
Yeah. Sorry, all I can smell is peanut butter.
I wish these were scented.
No.
Sorry.
No, absolutely not.
Why?
Okay.
Okay.
Anyone's looking for a new friend.
Spooky.
But yeah, so there's just like so many different things you can do on Twitch. I think a lot of marketers feel like it's overwhelming and, where do I dip my toe in? There's so much chatter, so much noise, but there's still.
It's ripe for opportunity.
Yeah. Still so many opportunities, whether it's, a new innovative, groundbreaking thing. Twitch is making changes to their platforms daily.
Yeah.
So I think, there's Twitch, if you are working with influencers, if you're trying to give back to a large community, Twitch is the place to be for sure. And then I think the biggest, because obviously there's YouTube gaming. I think the biggest differentiator here is Twitch, again, built for gamers. Also, that live stream component. Yeah. It's not pre-recorded. It's very interactive. That is the basis of why it was created.
Did you get that?
That is the PB&J.
That is the PB&J
of why it was created.
Yes.
So that's really important to keep in mind. I think,
it's dominant in that live stream space, whereas YouTube is more about pre-made content.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. And I think if you go back and listen to our Clicks episode, he talks about growing up with his community and people feeling like so special when they're shouted out.
Yeah.
That is a huge aspect of live content that like you feel wherever you are, you can really give the feeling and the impression to your audience that you're right there with them through live content. And so I think really making sure your brand is doing something in real time and able to chat with the audience and drop into chat and, have these real-time moments is so meaningful to the audience.
Yeah. Again, we could go on about Twitch all day and we'll invite some friends from Twitch to do an episode sometime.
Yes.
But let's move on to the next deep dive, Discord.
You
tell us what it is, PB Sama? Sammy PB?
Yeah, we're just going to go with Sammy. So Discord is a community chat platform. So again, built for gamers. But basically, to put it simply, Discord is a platform where you can join all these different servers. So you can join a server of a a publisher, an influencer. And within these servers, the owners of the server give different accesses or different giveaways, or even if it's just information. Like, it is a place where you can go join a server, be a part of that community, and, get the benefits of being in the community or being a fan, whatever that is. So you can chat, you can do things in Discord that take you out of Discord. So, run a contest or join a tournament that, there's so many different things you can do.
It's very interesting because it is that community piece, but communication is also a big element of what Discord was made for. So it's how live streamers talk to their mods, which is like a moderator. Or if you're running a sponsored stream, that's where, hey, everybody get in here. We're going to tell you when we're going live. That's how people play video games with each other and chat while they're playing video games. So that communication aspect is, and just the technology around communicating with others that you're either streaming with or playing video games with, is also very important, almost as important as the community building aspect.
Yeah. I think to that note, not only is it a place where you can go join these servers, but it's also a place where you can have direct communication with your gaming friends, your online friends, or your real life friends too. Not,
We don't discriminate.
Yeah. But you can, have your direct message chat going with them. You can start a stream with them through, you can have a call. They have call meeting rooms. They have, and you can also play a game through, like, there's just like, the way Discord is built is so seamless for the gaming community. For whatever you're doing, whether it's leisurely wanting to check in on a creator or actively play a game, watch a stream with your best friend, it's there.
Yeah. And I mean, again, it was built as a functional tool of communication. But what's interesting now is that because they've seen these big communities being built, they have started to open the doors for brands a little bit more. So we don't see a ton of brands take on the opportunities in Discord because they haven't totally figured out, like, am I just building a community of fans or what am I doing there? And so Discord has started to offer new ways for brands to show up in the space. But I mean, depending on your brand, I wouldn't say this for all brands. It just depends. But why not, have a place where your most loyal fans can come to talk to a consumer service rep, see when the next, be the first to know when a new flavor is launching or a new product is launching. Those there are, you have super fans. Why not build this? I'm sorry. I'm just slowly.
Your jelly's creeping up.
Why not build this place to engage with them even deeper, and give them that kind of unbridled access to your brand? So,
wow,
unbridled vocab word. The strawberry jelly is really just getting, seeping into my core here. But again, it was built as a tool, but I think now brands are starting to figure out, there is so much community building you can do there.
I think, yes, brands, because these servers exist, that's what we've seen the most of, is brands building these servers. And everything that Morgan just said, correct. I think if you are a brand wanting to get on Discord and join a server, you have to have some sort of benefit to be there. Don't just be like, oh, I'm going to join at Discord, or I'm going to build a server in Discord because it's where the gamers are. You need to have a giveaway. You need to have something exclusive that they couldn't get if they didn't join your server. Correct. That's pertinent to the experience. And make sure it's cool and authentic. We had to say it once per episode.
Just make sure it's really awesome and everything. And so.
Yeah, which we can help you with.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think aside from that, like you said, new opportunities. They have now quests on Discord that brands can do or send, their fans on. There's bots.
Yep. Like a chat bot.
So you can, have whatever you want your prod to be. when you prod someone on through a bot.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a word?
I don't know.
You can use bots for giveaways. So, again, engagement. We talk about how important giveaways are all the time. But just another way to do that authentically within,
Another platform. It's not scary, guys.
Mm-mm.
It's really not.
All right, last but not least.
All right.
She's blowing off some steam.
Did you see that? All right. This final one. And I think this one is more just explaining to you what it is. I don't see a ton of opportunity I mean, there's always opportunity.
Yeah.
But I think this one is just one that people will casually be like, oh yeah, it's on Steam. And then everyone in the background is like, what's
Let's
Steam?
talk about what it is and then we can get into the opportunity.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about it today because for the longest time, I was like, yeah, Steam, for sure. As if I knew what it was. I do now, just letting you guys know. But
well, then do you want to tell us?
okay, yeah, I will. I can't. Okay, so this is the largest PC gaming distribution platform. So like an app store for games. So, there's also like the Epic Store, which is for Epic Games. I think like Game Pass, Xbox, a little bit. But it's just basically a place where you can go on your PC and buy games.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
And not all games. When you see a game release, it'll usually say like comes out on PC, console, and Steam. But like not every game is there. I think obviously a lot of games want to drop and get the most sales and revenue they can and then probably release it onto Steam. So, but the ones that do come out immediately on Steam, you're a real one. So it is a library. It is, I think App Store is a perfect example. I think also like Spotify, where you have all of your playlists, all of your music in one place. That's the beauty of it.
It also tracks players. So whereas like we can't publicly see how many people bought such and such game on Xbox and are playing it live, somewhat we can. Like there's trackers for that, but it's just it's not widely available all the time. Steam is like, you can see, look at how many people have downloaded it. This is how a lot of people track what's going to be super popular as a game. They look at Steam reviews. So people are really serious about reviewing games that they play on Steam. So a lot of times that will give the industry, a baseline of like how people are feeling about games, how many people are playing games. So it's also like a way to track popularity.
Track
of games and
heightened
like what others are
sales
playing
and insights. Yeah. There's a lot of like community forums, reviews of games there as well. But yeah, I think they still hold a lot of their like player information close to the chest. Like I think actually not to digress, but like Twitch doesn't release a ton of information on its users for privacy reasons. Same with Steam, but more around like titles and launches and stuff. It helps kind of inform that. But yeah, I think from the library to the reviews to the social features, also you can access Steam on mobile and desktop, which is nice.
And we're going to talk about mobile next month.
Yeah, tap in. But I think it's just it's this perfect merriment of commerce and culture. And it's where buying behavior and sentiment live together.
I love that. So yeah, I mean, again, there are opportunities there, but it really is like a cultural meter. What's the popularity meter?
Sure. Cultural. Popular or
like what's going on in the world? Like what are people playing? Like it's a way to.
Well, it's more for that and to play.
Correct.
There are I think to think of the opportunities in Discord. I'm sorry, Steam. We're on Steam. It's more of your like closer to like your traditional media buys. So there's like banner ads and there are some, promotions and like different things you can run through Steam. It's just that's not what it's for. Will that change?
We'll see.
Probably.
So Again, we just were making sure that we were making these platforms seem less spooky to you in our Halloween vibes because they're really not so difficult to understand. And now, the next time you hear someone talk about Discord, you can understand what it is and jump in on the conversation. So, all right, PB, what are the takeaways for today?
Thanks, Jelly. So if you want to take anything away from today, I think just know, and you probably, if you've listened to our podcast already, you do know this. Gaming is an ecosystem. It's not a single channel. There are different, platforms like we just mentioned that exist for
Different reasons.
different reasons. Exactly. Twitch. What are those reasons? Twitch, real-time visibility, live engagement, influencer partnerships, and tapping into culture in real time as it happens. Discord, community, conversation, more like a CRM than a media channel, right? It's best for building relationships, authenticity,
Deeper engagement.
Deeper engagement. It's where gamers go to feel like they're a part of something. And Steam, commerce and consumer insights, where they're going to play, but also review and
Talk about hype,
Yeah.
not hype.
And it's where people can go to find out what's really happening, what's really
going on in the game,
and what's really popular.
Yep.
What find out more information there.
So again, hopefully this made these platforms seem less scary. They shouldn't be. They're really easy to understand. And just because they were made for gamers originally does not mean that only gamers exist on these. Well, Steam is a little different, but doesn't mean that only gamers exist on this platform. So one size does not fit all. A Twitch sponsorship is not going to have the same impact as a Discord community strategy or a Steam promotion. And all of those things can exist together if you want them to.
Mm-hmm. And then I think as a marketer, think of these three platforms as a funnel.
Mm-hmm.
Don't silo them out. So Twitch is there for awareness. Discord helps you build loyalty with the audience.
Yep.
And Steam captures that purchase. It's the lower funnel.
Wow. We are so marketing smart.
I know. We're talking the full journey, the full consumer journey here.
Full funnel.
Cool. Well,
I hope everyone has the spookiest of Halloweens. Why did I say
and
Halloween?
gets the yummiest of treats.
So many treats. Where are you going to go? Can we go trick-or-treating after this?
Yeah, sure.
Do you think she's going to take me, you guys? Let us know in the comments what you're dressing up for this Halloween.
Yes. Maybe it'll be better than PB&J.
And if there's any other spooky gaming topics you'd like us to cover, let us know that as well.
All right. Thanks, everyone. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.